Okay, good day everyone. My name is Ralph Lay at welcome to my vlog. So today, pag-uusapan po natin yung mga common questions during the job interview. Actually, request ito ng mga kakilala o nag-PPM, nagme-message sa akin, what are the possible questions na na-encounter namin during the job interview at kung paano sagutin ang mga tanong during the interview. Okay? At tinatanong din nila kung what are the common questions na na-encounter namin when applying for a job. Okay? Now, for example, if you are attending a job interview and interviewer asks you what motivates you on the job. Actually, this question can be asked in different forms. Okay? Like for example, would say, the question is, what motivates you on the job? Right? Then this question actually can also be asked like, how do you stay motivated in your job? Or what are the motivations for your job? Well, take note that the purpose of asking this question is to know if you are self-started and be productive without being micromanaged. Meaning, it's a type of employee, the interviewer actually is looking for an employee na mayroon siyang initiative to work kahit di siya utusan or di kahit, it's not being told by the superior or even the manager to do their task. Okay? And he's a type of person na dapat an employee can work even less or even without supervision from the head, from the supervisor, and even from the manager. Okay? Now, I have here some tips in answering the question. Like, sana makatulong. Okay. Every company expects that its employees have passion for the work so that they can bring more benefits to the company. So therefore, motivation for work or working is important. Okay? So ganun siya ka-importante ang motivation sa work. Okay? Like, now, when answering a question like this, the most important thing is, number one, you have to give a decent answer. Okay? You have to give a decent answer, be positive, and show that you are a self-starter types of employees. Okay, now, so we have also here the do's and don'ts of answering these questions. Like, for example, if our question is about what motivates you on the job, okay, do's and don'ts is that avoid using financial incentives. Okay, wag mong gawing rason or reason ang financial incentives. Like example, the salaries, or let's say the bonuses as motivator. Even if it is true, because the very main reason why people apply for a job or land for a job, it's because they want to earn for a living. Right? But during the interview, as much as possible, you avoid answering that the very main reason why you land for a job is to earn for a living. Simply because it means that you have no interest in this job and just want to earn a living. Okay? Because according to some interviewer, without passion and interest, you cannot make progress to organization. But if I can remember, there are actually three approaches on how to, or strategies or work on how to approach our work. Okay, the first one we have, if you work at a job, if you work at a career, and if you work at a passion. So there are three ways on how to approach the job. Okay, let us enlighten this one. Okay, if you work at the job, the compensation aspect of the position is more appealing to you than anything else. Then you have the chance whether you stay or you go. Okay, for example, nag-apply ka ng trabaho, it's because gusto mong kumita, gusto mo land for a job. So what if di ka na satisfied in terms of salary? Then mag-isip ka, you quit and you move from one job to another. Okay? Other also, people, they look for a job because they want to have a career development opportunities. Like for example, they want to have an experience. Because this experience will serve as an edge over the other competitors when you land or when you look for another job in the future. Okay? Because your experience actually would be your edge over the other competitors. And your experience will serve as your training ground, of course, to hone the skills required for the job that you are looking for in the future. And sometimes they say, I work because I love this work. So in other words, this kind of employee, meron siyang tinatawag na passion. Because the work itself is a factor that determines their satisfactions regardless of salary. So dapat ganun siya mag-approach. Ganun nag-approach ang tao. You work for a job, you work for a career, and you work at a passion. So tatlo yun. Okay. Next we have is, you have to be positive. Okay, in answering this question, dapat you have to be very positive. Like, lean towards job commitment. It's your motivation. Or you can have self-satisfactions and competition. Because these three elements symbolize that you are responsible and self-motivated. Like for example, self-satisfaction or job satisfactions. You know what? In today's generation, job satisfactions or employee satisfaction is always been an issue, okay, in organizations. In fact, few organizations practices nowadays considered job satisfactions are their top priorities because satisfied employees tend to be more productive, creative, and loyal to their employees. So ganun ang issue. Ganun ang issue sa isang organizations. Like, kailangan mong isatisfied yung mga employees mo para hindi naman sila umalis o iwasan ng isang company. And they are looking for a new job. Okay? And that's also the greatest challenge of today's situation, because most organizations actually nowadays are suffering because of this pandemic, right? And as an employee, of course, we also have to consider our employer, because the organizations are suffering also. Not only the employees, but as well as the organization as a whole. Okay. Another thing is, in answering the questions, that you have to show that you are a self-starter. I mean, you type of employee that you have your own initiative to start or to work even without being told by your superior, your manager, or even your supervisor. Take note that nobody wants to beg you to get your job done, right? Okay, nobody beg you. Nobody beg you to get your job done, okay? Work efficiently and productively with passion instilled into the job to maximize the benefit of the company. So, in other words, hinahanap ng mga employer yung taong may passion na naka-instill sa kanya. Yung bang hindi na kailangan pang pagsabihan or let's say being told by your superior to do your task well. Okay? As an applicant, doon dapat bigyan mo ng diin that you have instilled the passion towards the job. That is why you try to apply for a particular job. Okay? Ganun dapat ka comprehensive siya sumagot when the questions like, what are your motivators, your motivations to apply for a job? Okay? Like for example, in my experience, like, na-encounter ko na yung tanong na to, isa na yung pinaka-best na sagot ko dun. I just don't know if it's best for you, but I believe, para sa akin, it's really best for me. Like, the questions like, ang question sa akin is, okay, what motivates you on the job? What motivates you in applying for a job? Okay, ito lang yung sagot ko actually. There isn't any one thing that motivates me. Okay? Money is probably at the bottom of my list as motivator. Because according also to some studies, I also believe that money is not a motivator. Because technically, when you feel like, for example, if you are invested too much effort in the organization and you are not well compensated, chances are you have to quit. I mean, chances are there is a possibility for you to quit, right? Because you are not satisfied with the job and you are not satisfied with the salary. Okay? Another is that challenging my work, or let's say challenging myself works the best, and even dangling a carrot in my front of me, or let's say dangling a carrot in front of me, helps me a lot. Okay, maybe I'll treat myself to lunch if I hit a certain milestone in the future. Okay, it sounds it's short. Yeah, the answer is short, direct, but it's really impressive. Okay, that's very impressive. Okay, that is a very impressive answer. I'll just don't know if it is impressive for you, but sometimes good thing that you have some, at least you have the idea of how to answer the question like those questions. Okay. Now, I hope you have learned. Sana natuto kayo, or you have learned much from from my vlog. Okay. Just remember to use what you have learned in this vlog. Okay. Now this time I want you to compare your answer with previous answer that you have given or you have in yourself from your previous application and up to present. So once again, this is role play, and I hope to see you next of my vlog. Okay, next vlog I have also prepared another questions. Another question. Na those are common questions that are being raised during the job interview. So again, ang question po natin for today is what? Okay, what motivates you on applying for a job, or what motivates you on the job? So again, this question can be asked in different forms, like how do you stay motivated in your job, or what are the motivation for your job, or what motivates you in applying for a job. Okay, so once again, thank you so much, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye, and God bless us all.